Shalom. Hey,
Shalom.
Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom Akim. Hey, real quick, give me 1 second. I'm gonna just make sure the stream is coming true, man. Let me make sure this is going through.
Hey, real quick.
Okay, cool. Hey, Shalom Akim. Hey, it's myself, Bishop Ayathan, and I got Bishop Ainap, and Shalom. Spirit got us to do a impromptu lesson, man. And hey, what you see on the screen, man, is this is a play called Les Miserables, right? Now this is an old French play that goes back to the 1832, and this play's been going on for a while, for a long time. And if you look up Les Miserables in a translator, it says it means wretched. It literally means the miserables. But the reason it's called that is because this goes back to a historic event that happened in 1832. In June of 1832, there was a rebellion in Paris, France, against King Louis Philippe. And the reason this uprising happened was because of economic hardship. The economy was jacked up, and also there was a pandemic going on. And the pandemic at that time was something called cholera, right? And cholera is basically a stomach infection when the water is infected with bacteria, you know? And in the third world islands, you know, and in particular, I'm thinking about Haiti, this was a big thing. Now, here in America, we drink bottled water, which that's kind of a new thing here in America. But in third world countries, and I remember specifically in Haiti, they've been had bottled water way before America thought about bottled water. And the reason is because the water in Haiti had bacteria in it, had cholera and other bacteria in it. So whenever a foreigner, you know, Edomite or foreigner would come, mainly Edomites, because there were a lot of Haiti in the 70s and the 80s was the number one tourist spot at one time. So they would get sick from drinking the water. You know, I remember when I was young, if I drank the water straight up, I would get sick. I would get cholera. So they would sell bottled water, and they would sell them in the 5-gallon jugs. And this is something they would do in third world countries. So that's something new here in America, you know. But the pandemic we're dealing with now is the C-19. Now they're talking about the MP, which is the monkey, you know what. And then we got the economic hardship. So this is a time that people are going to be facing great misery. So Bishop Ainap, to set it off, if you could get which one do we want here? Isaiah. No, let's do Ecclesiastes 12. Slakia, not that one. No, it's all the words. While the evil days come not. Seek ye the Lord. Matter of fact, just read Isaiah 55.
So it's Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Yep, and 55. Those link.
Yeah, 12 and 1. Matter of fact, I got 2 here. If you get 12, then.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. It says, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right. So this is a scripture, man, we've been bringing out for a long time, right? Read it again, Bishop.
Good. It says, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right, before the evil days come, which we're in the evil days. We're in the evil days right now. And what we've always been preaching about is that the Lord brought most of us in, and even you brothers that are so-called new right now, in our younger years, you know, in our younger years. And these are the younger years are the years where you got to fight a lot of youthful lusts, a lot of temptations, a lot of childish ways, a lot of childish habits. But that's the best time to bring somebody into truth, right? Because at that time, the scriptures say what? That you can't put new wine into old bottles. You can't sew a new garment onto an old garment, right? So, hold on, let me see if I add this Bishop here. Hey, Shalom, Bishop. Bishop to Zion. So this truth will be likened unto new wine. So if you take that and you try to put it into an older man that's already set in his ways, it's not going to work. That bottle is going to burst. In other words, you're not going to be able to hang too long in the truth. Okay? So the Lord had selected us while we were young men. All right? But it says to remember the Lord, meaning you got to stay in his path, in his truth, before the evil days come not. Right? And where we're at right now we're in the time of those evil days. Okay? We're in a time when great miseries are coming upon the earth. And this is why had us do this lesson, and we thought about the Les Miserables, because that literally means like a time of great misery. And these people right now, man, they suffering. I got my neighbors now, they're leaving their cars parked and they're walking to do their errands because the gas prices are so high right now. And this thing is just revving up. I mean, they haven't even started yet. Summer just barely started, and they're already misery is coming upon the earth.
Yep. I got a quick precept for you too.
Con.
This is Proverbs 22:3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right.
So right now, man, our mind state is to stay together, amongst ourselves, stay indoors. They just had a PR parade. Was it yesterday, right? Puerto Rican Day parade was yesterday. The day before that, they had Juneteenth. Next week is a Juneteenth parade. Man, we ain't thinking about going out to no parades or going out and having fun, because what does it say? The prudent man withdraw himself. We're withdrawing ourselves, and we're concentrating on the things that are coming, which are, what are some of the things that are coming? The MOTB, we know ultimately, but right now is the famines. So the bishops, apostles, what are we talking about right now? We talking about the prophecies, the famines that are coming, race riots, the MOTB. There's the looming, what do you call that? The grids, the power outages is another thing. And the worst time to do these power outages are right now during the summertime. Okay? So these people are about to get hit up, man. I mean, all this stuff is coming on. They just worried about PR parade, going to the club, Juneteenth. The last thing on their mind is what's actually going on in this world. Now, the latest thing in the news is this, they want to indict Donald Trump, right? Which that's nothing but bread and circus, because that's just more things to distract the people, right? Yep. That's caught up in these politics, all bread and circuses.
That's right. Hey, I got another precept for you.
Yep, go ahead.
Quick one. This is Psalms 37:30. Said, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, his tongue talketh of judgment.
Yeah, what's the judgment? Everything I just mentioned, the miseries that are coming upon the world. These are things that are the Most High is bringing upon the world as what? As judgment. There's going to be deaths. All right. Now I got this video by Apostle Tahars. It's a clip. I'm gonna play a little bit of it, because that's what kind of sparked the fire for this lesson right here. But hey, brothers, pretty soon you're gonna see like horrific things, third world country stuff, like people dead on the side of the road. There's gonna be everything that's happening now is gonna escalate to violence, okay? And it's gonna be the type of violence where the police won't even be able to come out. Man, there's certain projects where we from in Bridgeport where there will be such horrific crimes, or the area was so hot that the police, if you call the cops for something, they wouldn't show up till the next morning because that area was so hot. And that's the times we're approaching now, where there's going to be things going on where the police ain't going to show up. And the people that's going to be at risk is who? Going to be women and children. All right? Sure. So you so-called single, I don't need a man moms, you're going to be the first target, because you live in an apartment complex, right? You in New York or whatever city you in, and you balling, and you live in your apartment complex, and the whole apartment building know that you up in there by yourself, and you curbed a lot of Negroes up in there. They know exactly what door you on. and they're gonna run up in there.
Yeah, God.
Right? You got more on that precept?
That was it. But it says the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. Like you were saying, the brothers from that's in the know are withdrawing themselves from this world and not getting caught up in all the shenanigans.
God. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play a little bit of this clip by Apostle Tahar. All right. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear it.
Let's listen to a little bit more.
You can hear that?
God.
I'm gonna say this.
Just stop.
You Israelites, your favorite cousins, your favorite uncles,
There you go.
maybe some of your children. A lot of you are gonna die. So get your mindset. Don't be surprised if you drive down the street and you see a dead body out on the road. Because there's gonna come a point where your local police will not come, your EMS. There's one story of this one particular police department that they don't take all the calls. They just take the emergency calls because of the gas source affecting those police departments. This system is coming down. This system is crumbling. They said the gas, as of yesterday, Saturday, went up past $5 as a national average. And it kept going up and up and up and up. It went down a little bit 2 months ago, and it kept going right up.
All right, so that's all I'm gonna play. This is on GMS Holding Firm to Glory on that channel, right now. And Bishop Arnott can attest, and all of the bishops, man. We've been in this truth for a long time. And what does the scripture say in Amos? I believe it's 9 and 10. It says, "All the sinners of my people shall die, which say the evil days shall not prevent nor overtake us," right? And you know what a lot of people say is like, "Oh, y'all say that all the time. Oh, the world's about to go down. Y'all say that all the time. It's gonna be race riots. Y'all say that all the time every year." What I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, is that all the years that we've been in the truth, it's never felt how it feels now. You know,
right.
It's never felt how it feels now, and the head that this is coming to, and the closeness that we are to the MOTB has never been like this since I can remember. So, what Apostle Tahar said is absolutely correct. We're in the same mindset that the curtain's about to close here in America. And what he said about the bodies being dead on the streets, you know, Spirit had to say the same thing like 2 camps ago. You know, matter of fact, we said that you don't see bodies like you see roadkill. You know, when you drive down the street, you might see a deer that got hit by a car. But then sometimes, and then sometimes you'll see a ant, like a skunk or a possum that got straight up squashed, like rolled over by a multitude of cars, squashed. So you're gonna see gruesome deaths like that, people, you know, and you might get a call that it was a family member related to you or something like that, because things are gonna escalate, man. The violence is gonna escalate.
And that's why the elites have those FEMA concentration camps with those what's that, incinerators or whatever?
Yeah, to disintegrate, cremate,
cremate all those bodies because they know it's gonna be carnage out here. You know.
Now, Bishop, if you get unless you got something you want to bring out, if you get Isaiah 10 and 1.
Gotcha.
So, brothers, these are scriptures we're all used to, man. But we bringing these out because when you bring these, we're gonna bring them on now. You're gonna see how relevant, how close we are. All right, because these scriptures come more to life every time we get closer to the end. These scriptures become more and more vivid and more potent. All right.
Cut, I got it for you. This Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees in that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. So who are these? These are the elites, the ones that make the rules, right? With the laws and all that. These elites, what they're doing is they're creating this situation to ultimately have you bend and bow to them to take that MOTB. That's ultimately what's going to happen. They want you they want to force you to bend down your knee to take that MOTB. That's the ultimate plan. So what they're going to do is they're going to pass these decrees and force these things to happen to force you to bow down to them, to that MOTB. All right. Can you read on, Bishop?
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
Right. Because look, most of the households now are what? Single mother households, right? So the mom and the children, they're the weakest link of the family. So they're going to be able to twist their arm easy. So they set this whole thing up. Well, the Lord set it up actually, but he used them to take the father out of the household. So now you got these widows, so to speak, right? These single moms in their homes raising these children who basically do the bidding of whoever's in power, which is the elites. So they can't go out there and fend for themselves. Women are not creators. They can't go out there and build stuff or find food or hunt. So when they're given the alternative to die or take this MOTB, guess what they're going to do? They're going to take the MOTB and they're going to make their children take the MOTB, right?
That's right.
And then it says that to force the poor. So this situation that's going on now with the gas hikes and the jobs closing down, the grindings that are ceasing, is what it's doing is, okay, so you got they're eradicating the middle class. Well, they did a damn good job with the C-19, right? But there's still some parts of the cookie left that they need to crumble. So they're doing that right now, these gas prices. And they're making everything back to how C-19 started, man. When the C-19 started, they had everybody in the house and they was able to indoctrinate them with that TV, you know, them spells. I was able to indoctrinate them, keep them home. You know, they'll set up their the 5G out in the streets and do whatever else they need to do to set up to get ready for the new platform. So now with these gas prices and everything else, nobody's working anymore. All of you that are making money, like Apostle Tahar said later in the video, doing Uber Eats and all that, you're not going to be able to afford to do it anymore. You know, they're going to make it to the point where they're just going to have people sitting at home again. And they're going to, what it's going to do is going to completely eradicate the middle class, because they got money, you know, they're going to be at a disadvantage. They might not be able to go out and go on vacation and take the yacht out or something like that, but they might be all right. But those of you that are lower middle class, poor, they aiming to screw you hard. You're the main target. Huh?
What's the percentage of the American people the world of the American people work paycheck to paycheck?
Paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. They say well, most people don't have $500. Americans don't have like $500 backup in their savings account. So they literally live paycheck to paycheck. So if one paycheck goes by, and remember, you got a lot of these people that are still behind on rent from when C-19 started. And so they got that looming over them, you know, almost being evicted, which these landlords, they're going to pump up the rent because they got to survive as well.
Yeah,
right?
They got to get that back paid. They have made some deals with the mortgage companies, so now they got to pay it back in this business. So now, you know, not everything, the hyperinflation that we're living in. So the trucks that's coming with the gas, they got to make a profit, so they got to raise the prices.
Yeah, they got to raise the prices, and y'all not gonna be, and the poor of our people, they're not gonna be able to afford it, man. So you see what they're doing? They're gonna force them. They're forcing them into taking that MOTB. That's what's gonna happen. You know, you got more, Bishop?
That was it on Isaiah 10:2. You know.
Okay, so we get Isaiah. No, Isaiah. Slack here. Oh, you know what? If you go back to Ecclesiastes 12. Ecclesiastes 12.
Gotcha. It's Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Kind of like I said, we approaching those days right now. Now, if you could pause, I want to read this real quick. This is Isaiah 55:6. It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Verse 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. Now, brothers, yeah, come, brothers and you sisters as well, but mainly to you men out there, you brothers, while you're hearing this live stream, man, while you're hearing us speak and the apostles, and you're able to go on YouTube and watch the videos, and the brothers still going out there on the streets, the Most High still having mercy. The doors of mercy are still open, but soon they're gonna soon close. So what you brothers need to do, man, if you drunk, when I say drunk, I mean you're not on point, you need to get your shit together, man. You don't have much time to get your shit together, right? And if there's anything holding you back, whether it's your woman, she's getting you issues and she's weighing you down, anything in this world entangling you or weighing you down, you need to have the attitude, just cut it off, man, and just keep it pushing and keep it moving. So if your woman is, I don't know, giving you issues and you sitting here and you're worrying every day about her and shit or whatever, cut it off, man. Cut her off. If you got other shit messing with you that's holding you back and distracting you from doing the work or from being on point, cut it off and just keep it moving. You know, because right now we're swimming in deep waters, and you know when you're in deep waters, and if you got shit attached to you and you ain't swimming that good, you got to cut that shit off. So you can start swimming.
That's
so
right.
That's where we at right now, in everything that's going on, because the Lord is going to. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, precept for you. I mean to cut you, but this is 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier."
Khan, you want to go in on it?
Khan, you know, because that's when we're called in. This is the Lord's government, the Lord's army. We're soldiers. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but what? Principalities. You know, wickedness in high places. So Satan's going to send all kind of distraction. The number one weapon or tool that Satan like to use is the woman. That's why when Job lost everything, when his children died, his wealth was stolen from him. Satan left what? That woman. So that's why the elders say, if you got your woman, now how he went through that first, or anything. It could be father, mother, brother, sister, children. Because the scripture said, beware thy children.
Yeah, if you Sloggy, bro, if you split on the responsibility of children with your woman and she giving you issues and using a child as a weapon or whatever, just leave it out alone, man. Just be like, you know what? Just leave it alone. When the time comes, you'll get that child back, or you'll see them in the kingdom, however the Lord make it go. But think about it, man. If you don't save yourself, none of them gonna make it. All right. Yep. If you don't save yourself, none of them gonna make it. So make sure you go with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and you can save whoever's on you, and then that's the best chance you got in saving your fam. You know.
Good. Hey, because when that story with Job is so important when you read James the 5th chapter, because it said the Lord is merciful. You see all the things that Job went through, but the Lord had mercy on him at the end, and whatever he lost, he regained double. But Yahushua said, whatever you lose for my name's sake, you shall receive 100-fold. You know, so that's the thing where scripture said knowledge, wisdom, understanding shall be the stability at our times. When you see all this, whether it's your family member or children being put to death, or certain brothers that might be martyrs in this truth, that's why Thessalonians is so important, where it says, whoever died in Yahushua is going to be the first one delivered.
Mm-hmm.
So, those things are written. That's why that's part of the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that you're going to have to lean on. And this word has to be engrafted in us, because they're going to take away the Bibles. They're going to shut down the internet. The Lord says he's going to bring a famine of not food and water, but hearing of the word. That's why Yahushua said work while it's day, because it's nighttime soon coming. They're going to turn off the lights, literally.
Yeah, they're going to turn the lights off, man. Them power grids gonna get hit, and
they always talk about an EMP terrorist attack, and the terrorist is the government. You know, they're the number one terrorist attacks. There's so many. A brother did a lesson earlier how many times the government lied like weapons of mass destruction, 9/11. We could go on and on and on. They use propaganda and whatever to get their agendas done. Like everything's coming out now. You're gonna find out like the pandemic that we're in was all staged. But anyway, I go back to this. It says, "No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier." And what did Paul say? He said, "For the love of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai," he considered everything dumb. And that we know everything's temporal in this world. Your credit score, your bank account, that's not going to the kingdom of heaven. Everything that we see is going to be burned to a molecular level. Everything. You're not taking none of this with us. That's why I said don't be like Lot's wife. She was looking at the world that was about to be destroyed behind her. She turned back and the Lord turned it to a pillar of salt. Our eyes focus on the kingdom of heaven, and the Lord says, "Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first in his righteousness, and everything else shall be added unto us." Right? Okay. That's our mission as a soldier. And now I go to the next verse. It says, if any man also strive for mastery, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. The husbandman that laboreth must be first partakers of the fruits.
Yeah, strive is fight.
Fight. It's a fight, man. Sometimes you get tired, you be stressed, you might have ailments. Those are all conditions of the battles, but Yahushua said, "Be of good cheer, because he have overcome the world." And so when you pray for that strength, continue to fight, do these lessons, the Lord comes in and intervenes, and he's glorified through your infirmities, through the pain, the suffering. And then Satan takes a loss, and the Lord is glorified.
Con.
But that was that on that, Elder. That was just that quick precept on it.
All right, so if we get go back to Ecclesiastes.
Gotcha. And while we're grabbing that, the Lord said, "Endure hardest." You losing your woman, your children, your parents, your aunties, uncles, like the Spirit had Apostle Tar go through. It's a hard thing to swallow, but the scripture said, "Knowledge, wisdom, understanding shall be the stability at our times." Yep. And knowing that reincarnations in the Bible, that they'll be back again.
Yeah, scripture say, "Mortify your members." We got to become motionless or dead to this world, because of things that are coming. That's when we're gonna survive, man. You can't get emotional. There's gonna be a lot of gruesome shit. This place is literally gonna turn to a third world country.
It is not too far from it now. Look at channel, what's that, 6 o'clock? Watch 7 o'clock news. Watch 5 o'clock news. You got people getting mugged, shot, snatched, and robbed in daytime. And with cameras there and everything. They're looking at the cameras, smiling at them.
Yeah.
I go to the second verse. I started right from the first. It says, "Remember now that Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasures in them."
Yep, that's where we're at right now, man. Yeah. Well, I mean, what is there to go do? Number one, you can't get there because of gas. So you can't take road trips. You can't go to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Everything is dead.
Going out to eat, the price of food is up.
Price of food is up. Yeah. I mean, pretty soon, like, to go to like Taco Bell is gonna be expensive as shit.
Yeah. Look at Wendy's. They was in the news the other day saying that they want to sell because they got to raise the prices because everything's so damn expensive.
Con. All right, read on.
It says, "While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain."
Right. So while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return the rain. Now, the sun, the light, and the moon, the stars, we're in a time where they are being darkened right now. And remember when you were young, you used to hear people say this to kids all the time. The young so-called young adults, you have a bright future ahead of you. You don't hear that no more. You can't really say that no more because everything is looking dim and gloomy. There is no bright future. I mean, college is becoming a non-existent thing right now because that's what they always. You got a bright future. Go get great education.
Good job. My wife
Yeah.
making bills, get a mortgage, you know,
All
have a
that.
couple of kids. Man, life is more than that, man. They
Yeah.
have you in a hamster wheel.
Yep. You mentioned the housing, getting the house and the white picket fence. Well, the housing market is about to bust. It's
Yeah.
about to pop. Everything's going to shit. Everything.
$4,000 mortgages. When you're not getting overtime or you're not working, period, how you gonna afford that?
Hyperinflation.
Cut,
Oh,
hyperinflation, foreclosure, man. Great sorrows and miseries upon this place, man. But the Lord said in Isaiah the 24th chapter that the mirth of the city is gone.
Okay.
I go to the third verse.
Yep.
It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and strong men shall bow themselves, and grinders cease because they are few.
Those are
And
the
those
jobs.
Man. Yep.
Like I said, even the self jobs where you like Uber Eats, and those jobs are not viable anymore because of the gas prices are so high. Is that you're not really making any money? You're not making enough money to sustain those jobs.
And then look, people out there talking about, you know, they get a hybrid or a Tesla. They're about to shut down the grids, the power.
Yeah.
You know, the future it looks bleak. We're looking at inevitability where shit is gonna break down, man. They're breaking it down. You know, people are jumping off of buildings. People are stressed, man.
Yeah, we there. They're not putting that on the news, but people are committing suicide, jumping off of buildings. A lot of suicides going on that's being unreported.
Good. Even in the military. You know? It says, if those that look out the windows be darkened.
Okay, so those are who? Those are those financial broadcasters. Now there's a video that's it's kind of going viral. And there's this rich, I think he's a millionaire, this rich guy. I think he was on Fox 5. You probably seen it, Bishop, by now. And this dude was damn near crying. And he's telling Biden, please stop. Just open up the spigots. Because really, U.S., there's a lot of oil and gas reserves here, right here in the United States. But what the U.S. is doing, they're exporting them to other countries because they get more money for it. And they
more money for the people. Business.
Yeah, and they land y'all stuffer. So this millionaire, he's like, please, Biden, I beg you, just open up the spigots here in the United States. I don't understand what he's doing. And this dude was damn near crying on the TV.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I want to show y'all something real quick, man. Now, this is because I've been following the stock for the past couple months, and I just want to show y'all something real quick. Now, this right here we're looking at is called S&P, right? While we're talking about the keepers of the house, because that's talking about the financial forecasters. And if y'all ain't heard, nobody went up there and told you. Right now, we're going through a recession, and they talking about we may hit a depression, right? Now, this right here is called the S&P 500. And what that means is these are the 500 most top solid tech companies in the United States, right? Apple is among one of them. So these are tech companies that they're solid. Like they never really go down. Now, check out this drop right here. This drop was right about when the C19 hit. As you see right here, February 2020, and it took a big drop. That's a huge drop, right?
Hell yeah.
Now, from when that happened, remember, people slowly started going back to work, and so they thought it was going back to normalcy. So it started going back up, as you can see. And right about here, January started going down. Now, right now, this week and last week, they started experiencing a huge drop. You see it right here, just a free fall, right? And if this is like a measuring tool, if I do this should drop almost, this says 11%. That's huge for the stock market. This thing is free falling. So according to the forecasters are looking at this and they're going nuts, right? Now this right here is called the VIX. The VIX is a measurement of how the fear in the stock market. So the more fear there is, the higher this goes up. Now, if we look again, if we go to like 1 second, right over here. This is again 2020 when the C19 hit. You can see the fear went all the way up here. It shot up almost 700%. All right, that's how much fear there was in the market when the C19 hit. So again, people thought it was going back to normalcy, and it went all the way back down here. Now, this is just today alone, right here. Just today alone, this thing just shot way up. So as you can see, the keepers of the house are trembling. The fear is rising really, really fast, and it's about to top what it was. It's almost there already. In just a week, what it was in 2020 when the C19 hit, and it's going to overrun this. So what we're reading in the scripture is absolutely on point, man. The keepers of the house are trembling. This place is going in the shitter, in the grinder. The Most High, America is crumbling right before our eyes. So the next thing is total chaos, and then that MOTB is right around the corner.
Hey, well, you had a dude on, I got to remember his name. I seen a brother put it up. I think it was on GMS Watchmen video, but they're breaking down how it was one of the guys on, I think, Hannity. And he was like, look, y'all did this. Y'all created this chaos. There's no other way around. Like, Edomites are coming out against them, which that's biblical prophecy where the Lord said the Egyptian shall be against the Egyptian. It's talking about the modern day Egyptian, the so-called white man. The Edomites are fighting against the other Edomites. Like you were talking about the millionaire who's saying open up the reserves in the oil.
Right.
They know what's going on. They researched this. The average Joe Schmo, Raheem, Jose, Carlos, they don't know what the hell's going on. But the Edomites are all into this.
Yeah, they too busy on media takeout and what's that? Lori Harvey.
Yo, look at homeboy got shot. Yo, all that nigger stuff. And here it is. You don't even realize that this government is at war with you and trying to destroy you economically, morally, and they're doing a great job, But the Lord say he has 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal that's going to stand up for truth's sake, and worship the Lord in truth and spirit.
Yep. All right, excuse me, Slack it. Read verse 3 again.
Yep. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
Yeah, so that was talking about them jobs. Because them jobs, for jobs to stay open, what do they need? Usually once or twice a week. Huh?
You need customers.
They need customers, but they also need products.
That's right, yeah.
So usually once or twice a week, sometimes 3, they're really busy. They'll have the delivery trucks, and it doesn't have to be food. It could be anything. But for them products to arrive, it's either got to come by cargo. Usually comes on boat. It'll come by boat, and then it'll get docked, and then the truck drivers will drive it over to the to wherever they need to go. It needs to go. So if there's no gas, then the grinding is going to cease. It doesn't matter what type of company you're in, right? Now, you might be a tech company where you can just stay out and work from home. Okay, that might work, but what happens when the power goes out? Then you ain't got no job. So the scripture said that the Lord put Babylon in a gin. You talking about these American people, they're in a gin, they're in a trap. And the scriptures, the Lord sent his men, sent his prophets out there to warn you people, our people, to warn the Americans. So there's no cloak, there's no excuse. Okay? And this thing is going to hit hard, especially Jacob. The time of Jacob's trouble as there was never before. You're going to get hit the hardest.
Okay. Hey, we can recall this elder from the apostles, bishops, elders, and brothers that's been out there on the highways and byways. Well, we've been on 34th and 7th, New York, where you got food, you got like 5 restaurants you can eat at on one corner or more. When we just had famines coming, they used to laugh and joke. Now the government and the TV's telling you that a famine is on the horizon. That's why the Lord said the prudent foreseeth the evil and hide himself. The only way you can hide yourself is in the secret place of the Lord, which is his knowledge.
That's it. All right, let's read on.
Yep, it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
All the daughters of music should be brought low. You know, we always taught that's the music industry because
Yep.
look, it's gonna come a time. Ain't nobody trying to hear the latest, the top 10 or the top 5. You know, ain't no one trying to hear Drake when they ain't got no job or the ribs are touching. You ain't trying to hear no
Nah.
no Drake or no whoever's out there now. I don't keep up with it.
Who's these little? And they are being brung low. A lot of them
Crunchy
are sold all their masters. When this first wave came, they got to live their lifestyle. They sold their masters, which is a big profitable thing for, you know, if you own the masters, you can eat off of that from generation to generation.
Yep.
So when they had the first shutdown, for them to survive, they were selling their masters for like maybe 70, 80 million, 100 million. Like Lil
Damn.
Wayne, he sold his, right? For 100 million or so. It sounds like a lot of money, but over the years or whatever, if this place was to continue, that would be worth billions or 500 million. You know,
Well,
that's why if they give them 100 million, they're looking to make $1 billion or more off. You know,
Who the hell's Pooh Shiesty? That can't be a real mother.
who's the other little nigga got racked up in the racketeering or RICO charge? The transvestite rapper, Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Yeah, he got caught up. They wrapped up. It was him and a few other little monkeys out there. The Lord, hey, they're doing that because they don't need you niggas to poison the minds of the people no more. The damage is done.
Yeah. Oh, the black woman too. Who the hell was I watching, man? I was listening to him. I forgot his name, but he's talking about how they aiming at the black woman now because the black woman is she's so on her high horse that she's trying to compete with Esau, the top level
Saturday.
Yep. In the corporate world and all that. She trying to rub shoulders with them. So now there's an attack on a black woman. Right?
Yeah. Rise up, you women that are at ease.
That's Isaiah 32.
Yep.
All the way.
Miserable. Yeah, you're gonna be miserable. And black woman is the highest maintenance woman out there. They need their perm, they need the eye. Now they got these damn caterpillars on their eyes, the eyelashes. They need fake nails. You know, they need all that vaginal cream for all that disease they got in their ass. You know, they're the highest maintenance things out here, man.
But what are they going to? They miserable already. So what are they going to do? They're already miserable. They got everything. They're already miserable. Is there more, Bishop?
Yeah, the next verse. It says, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way. And you know it's heavy? We're talking about, what's the name, Carlson Tucker? What are they talking about? Chariots all the time. Every week, you got the government, like it's so bad. That's another thing that's on the news. That they had to talk about the so-called UFOs or what they call them IFOs, you know? They give all the terminology, but those are the chariots of the Lord. And that's a major sign that the Lord is about to make his second coming.
Yeah. Those are warning shots.
Yep.
Hey, you know when you want to make a threat to an enemy, what do you do? You send a jet to fly in their airspace.
That's right.
You know, they'll turn around and we'll shoot you down. But that's just like a bold sign of like, yo, we coming for you. You know, we don't give a shit. We about to run up on you. And they dealing with, and that's technology that they have no idea. They have no idea. They just gonna throw Hail Marys. They know they're not gonna win, but they're gonna try.
That's right. That was it on that. If you want more.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I had, you know, for the lesson. I just want to bring out those points, man. I mean, the main point being is that for you brothers out there, the main point was that we gotta get our shit together. Get your shit together. If you're not on point, you know, and all of us, we examine ourselves, and you know if you're on point or not. If you're not, get on point, get around brothers, fast, pray, use all those tools in the toolbox, which is fasting, praying, go around brothers.
Iron sharpen iron. You know, the Lord says, 2 or more gather in his name, he's in the midst.
Yep.
You know?
And isolate yourself too, man. Like if you could be away from your woman, try to stay away from your woman more than normally. You know, because the women they suck your energy. You know, there was actually a video. You know how they got YouTube Shorts now, right? There was a YouTube short, and there was a chick and she said, she's probably like a witch chick or whatever. She looked like one of those chicks into tarot cards or whatever. But she said, you men out there, she said, you're giving women too much of your energy. And she said, that's why you're losing your masculinity. You're losing your strength because you're giving all your energy to women. You're around the women too much and you're giving them too much of your energy. So you're losing your masculinity. And that's true. When you're around the women too much, because that's why women like to be around you, because they're having a bad day or they're miserable or they're missing some emotionally. So they want to be around you to suck some of your energy so they could uplift themselves. Like, you know, like a succubus.
Good. And women like comfort. I said women like comfort. That's why you don't see a lot of them in the gym or jogging. You know, they like comfort.
They like comfort. And even Yahushua, when that woman touched him with, I think she had an issue of blood, she touched him, and Yahushua, no, she didn't even touch. She touched his garment. She touched his garment, and Yahushua felt it, and he said he felt that virtue left him. So women do suck up your energy, man. So basically, man, you brothers just got to do what you got to do to get stronger, whatever that is.
But let your balance be on more of the truth and righteousness, you know?
So
when you're around these women, they come with that spirit of doubt, like Sarah, you know, even though she's considered as a righteous woman, but she doubted, even when the Lord said that she's going to conceive. You know, women doubt. They're the weaker vessel, and the Lord said, deal with them as such.
That's it.
You know? They're the weaker vessel, but they're the number one tool for Satan. When you read First Ezra, they said wine, sword, you know, king, whatsoever. They gave a few things that was the strongest. First was the truth. Second was the woman.
That's why I was going to say, give not thy strength to women.
They're heavy. Yep.
That also goes into your mind, giving your mind over to women, because like the bishop said, women are the weaker vessel. They're doubting. They're always going to be in the air, nagging about something, doubting about some shit, trying to get you to doubt. So deal with them as such. In other words, you got to know just when to ignore. Like, sometimes you brothers like the shit. Don't let the shit get to you. She's a woman. Don't let it get to you. Like, build up a thick skin to where you just ignore. Just ignore. Walk away, ignore, leave. Do what you got to do. Don't sit there and argue with her and fight. And you go into her zone. Just leave, man. Just walk away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some brothers might have
gas prices too high. Get in your bicycle. Walk. You know, if the spirit allow you, you have your own place of peace and tranquility. But you know, things are rough. Every situation is different. But there's always a way to escape.
Use wisdom. But you know what, Bishop? Slogging. I mean, you use wisdom, but look, you are the man, and you supposed to set the tone in the household, how things go. So if she's running this shit and she's running you out the house, and something's wrong.
Let her have it. You know, and look, hey, brothers, Satan come, especially with these women. That's why the bishop is heavy into it. But you see that spirit from the apostles on down. All of us, we always talk about the woman, right? Because Satan's number one weapon. But if she leave, if she be a whore, the Lord gave all the ways to get rid of her. You want to be a slut? Tell her good, congratulate her on her business venture, and lead a bitch. You know, that's it. Whatever you lose, the Lord gonna give you 100-fold, man.
The lead a bitch.
And overall, that's why the Lord said you can't love mother, wife, sister, brother, children, even your own life, your father, whatsoever, more than him. Because the Lord is a jealous power. Because if anything you put before the Lord or give too much attention to more than him, he's a jealous power. Never forget that. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yeah, that's true. Was it King Masha that said this? And it's very true. I think he might have said it. He said you get you a woman that loves you more than you love her.
Good. The apostles always bring that out. He wasn't there when he said it, or the few times we met him or been around him, I don't remember saying that. But
it's an old proverb, you know. Yeah, it's an old proverb, you know, today. But it's true, you know, because that way you don't get yourself all caught up. You don't get yourself all caught up, and because look, if you get all into a woman, and like the bishop saying, you get the Most High jealous, and you doing lapping behind her to keep her, the Most High will make it to where that bitch will get disinterested, because women really don't like that shit. She'll become disinterested and she'll end up leaving your ass. You know what I'm saying? So just do what you got to do, man, and everything else comes second, and that's it. You'll be all right. So
hey, I got a precept for you on that. This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. If you want to close out after this, so be it. It says, I find more bitter than death the woman. And your brothers know the scriptures in Sirach, the 25th chapter. All wickedness is considered little to the wickedness of a woman, etc., right? Whose heart is snares and nets. We always talk about that. They try to trap you up through, child support, having a baby, having you get legally married in this system that they can have an upper hand. All kind of snares and traps, right?
Yeah.
Try to get you on sexual assault cases or in the job. There's so many ways, right? And her hands as bands. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her.
She'll escape from her.
Yep.
And she's got her. It says her hands are as bands, meaning to trap you up. And she's got all the tools at her disposal. I'm talking about the government. She's got all the tools at her disposal to attack you whichever way she wants. All right. So the best thing is don't even involve yourself. In other words, be careful what type of position you put yourself in with her. Just be smart about shit.
It says, whoso pleases the Most High by Hashem Yahushai shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's self-explanatory. Yeah, man, if you don't have anything else, Bishop.
No, that was it, man. But like you said, great miseries, and like the Spirit had Apostle Tar saying, look, a lot of people are going to be a lot of death, famine, misery, even your close ones. But you got to cling on to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. That's why I tell you Isaiah 33:6, knowledge, wisdom, understanding shall be the stability at thy time.
Con. Hey, man, so I hope you brothers were edified, man. And with that, I want to say shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Stay strong in the Lord.
Con. Shalom.
Shalom.